Hey everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. Thank you for joining me here today. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. An absolute thrill to have you, your guides and my guides with us on this day. The boys are obviously here. They're giving their little cat ball a bit of a workout, which is thrilling to see. So absolute pleasure to have you here. Now, what I'm doing today is I'm finishing up a few videos that I wanted to get to yesterday because, by crikey, what a lot of information came out over the weekend. I'm going to have a look at Paul Pelosi and just the ramifications of that particular attack. Just absolutely appalling right-wing videos and memes and stuff coming out claiming that it was a love tryst gone wrong, and it was the dude was naked, the attacker was naked, and it's just, yeah, I know, I'm with you on that one, guys. Just absolutely appalling lies that have seemed to have taken on a life of their own. So what I want to have a look at, Paul Pelosi apparently is going to be fine. He had a cracked skull. I mean, at 82 though, you know, it's serious business. I want to have a look to see how it's going to affect Nancy Pelosi going forward. Will there be changes to the Secret Service in regards to having details protecting spouses? And I also want to have a look to see whether it's actually going to affect the voting at all, because just the appalling. Now, what I have read last week is that, the Dems will win, but what I'm seeing is that the moderate Republicans are so appalled about what's happening with the Republican Party that a lot of them will not vote. They are appalled at they're absolutely disgusted at what's happened with their party, so they can't bring themselves to vote for their Republican representative, but they also can't stomach the thought of voting Democrats, so they simply won't vote, which is practically a vote for the Democrats, so we'll take that. But I just want to have a quick look. How is this attack on Paul Pelosi affecting Nancy? So we've got the birth of something new, the nurturing Empress coming forward. This is my Russia card if I'm reading about Russia, but that's very much about something new will come out of this, but it is also unleashing the Mother Earth, the nurturing. So let's have a look. How will this attack on Paul Pelosi? I mean, she's gone through the January 6th where they were trying to seek her out specifically for harm, and now this attack on her husband, 100% at the feet of the GOP, due to the guy that attacked was not mentally stable, but it is the rhetoric that's coming out. And then you had politicians like Paul Rand, Paul Rand and Marjorie Taylor Greene putting out tweets, just really sick tweets in regards to this. Okay, how's it affecting Nancy? How's it affecting Nancy Pelosi? How's it affecting Nancy Pelosi? Ooh, okay. Come on down. I do like. It's actually lit a fire under her. Really, really lit a fire under her. My Boudica card. Just she wants to fully expose this ghastly, sickening GOP and what it's standing for. So yeah, don't underestimate her. Working together, So there is going to be some change come forward. She is working with others, but this is also her and Paul. They are in this extremely strong partnership, equal partnership. So don't think that she wears the pants in the family or anything. It is very much an equal partnership. And he wants her to continue with this energy. Boy, they are lovely. Oh boy, I'm just feeling the love between this couple. Love, respect, contentment, admiration. Wow. Yes. Fabulous. Okay. Foundation of the reading. Just contemplating this attack. Taking a step back and contemplating. Having a rest. Having a think. In the past, yes. This is, as I said, something new is coming forward, but this is her nurturing mother energy, Mother Earth energy. Paul's in good hands. Seven of Pentacles. She's choosing her weapon. No, she's not. Yes, she is. Sorry, I do apologise. She is there behind the scenes with the sword of truth. It is choosing her, the defence that she's going to use. I'm just really drawn to the looking back over the shoulder. I'm trying to think how to express what that card is saying to me. And it is just a steely determination with this sword of truth and have all these elements at her disposal. Okay. I know I didn't explain that properly. I'm just hoping you get the feel from that card that I do. Rescuing, immediate future, rescuing what is really important and burning down the rest. She is passionately inspired by this. She wants to see the GOP burn for this. Wow. Or those in the GOP that have caused it. Okay. Externally, again, it is a crossroads moment. How many times do I get this crossroads card for these stages in the United States democracy development? It is a real crossroads moment about what truth we follow. Internally, she's really hurt by this, really, really hurt. It's one thing to attack her, but to attack her loved ones and her family is just it's just despicable. Just absolutely despicable. And she's really hurt by what's happened. Hopes and fears. Inspired leadership, powerful truth bringing, message bringing. Yeah, she's really fired up by this outcome. Thank you. Oh dear. Five of Wands, which is generally obstacles needed to overcome, infighting, etc. But what I really got when I put this down was that she's going to tie the GOP or those particular members of the GOP to the stake, and she's going to set the bonfire. She needs just to take this moment to step back and analyse what is really important to her, and then she's coming out firing. I'm actually getting the whole Democrat Party will be coming out firing. Four of Wands. Sorry, I'm looking at the card and getting the messaging through to me in regards to this. This is about holding close and holding safe and holding dear those that are important to us, to her, but to other leaders in our country. She is an independent woman. Do not underestimate her, and she is going to burn the tower down and build back something new. A lot of messaging going to come forward in regards to this, and we are looking at she's going to bring a new start. We've got this fight of good and evil at the gates of hell. There is a plan against this sabotage and betrayal that's going forward, and it's going to come forward very quickly. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So Paul Pelosi's going to be okay, but Nancy, holy crumbs, once Paul is safe, the guys are going off, they're excited about this. She is going to come out and she is going to flame those responsible, especially after the midterms. After the midterms, when the Democrats have more power, I'm really getting a pull to that. When they have an increased majority in both the House and the Senate, boy, there's some big changes coming. Some really big changes coming. I've seen a lot of those in the House and Senate who have been the likes of Jim Jordan and Marjorie Taylor Greene and stuff. I read the other day that Marjorie Taylor Greene wasn't going to get through, but there are those, they're going to go for them. They're going to go for them. But I want to have a quick look, just ask Pendulum here. Morning, guys. Can I ask a question, please? Thank you. Is this attack going to lead to changes in the Secret Service security? Yes, very definitely. May I ask a question, please? Will this occur after the midterms? Will this change occur after the midterms? I mean, the midterms are only next week. Am I talking about changes occurring January, February 2023? Are these changes going to occur? Right, and I'll just ask. Okay, thank you, guys. Are the changes in the Secret Service protection going to cover spouses of those high in authority? Yes. They're going to. So these. Thank you. So the spouses are going to have their own details. Are the spouses going to have their own details? Yes. Will these changes also cover lower ranking representatives? No. Okay. So are we talking about the likes of House Speakers, committee leaders, those sorts of positions? It's telling me sort of, so it may not be committee leaders, but we're talking about House leaders. Okay. When I said House leaders, it changed to a yes rather than a maybe. Okay, so what we're looking at is, yes, there are going to be changes January, February next year, where the spouses of those high in authority, House leaders, House speakers, etc., are also going to get a Secret Service detail. I've just written it as SS, which to me is Social Security, but yeah, Secret Service detail. Okay, I'm going to have a quick look to see whether this is going to affect this attack. Will it affect the voting? Quick look. Okay. Oh boy, guys, you're going to run that ball out before too much longer. They are loving it. Okay, guys, can you tell me? Can you tell me? I've put it a little bit further back into the shadows so the flashing is more obvious. Morning, guys, morning. Can you please tell me, will this attack on Paul Pelosi, now I'm asking about this specifically, not in general, will this attack change how some Republicans vote? Very much a yes card. Let's have a look. Will this change how some... I'm not talking about all, because we know what some of them are like, but will this attack and the subsequent certain GOP representatives' absolutely atrocious behaviour following, will this affect how some Republicans vote? Will this affect how some Republicans vote? Okay. Ten of Pentacles was the card that didn't want to go back in. It's an end of a cycle for some of them. Thank you. See where this goes. I'm just going to draw a few cards in regards to this. Powerful, powerful cards there. Okay. Being a 10, it's the end of a cycle. So what it's done is the treasure chest has been fully exposed and fully open to them, and they've actually now seen how money is involved in this my way or the highway patriarchal politics. See, that's the only no card. Everything else is a yes card here. We've got the King of Swords. Truth has been exposed fully, strongly, regards this patriarchal discourse, this patriarchal my way or the highway politicking. And they're actually quite disgusted at the lies and deceits that this is exposing. And then we have the inspirational, confident in her own skin lawmaker coming forward. This is the uncomfortable lovers, the uneven relationship on the base, yeah. They've had their eyes fully opened, emotional overwhelming in regards to this corruption, and then we have this new message that goes with this Pentacles coming forward about the Biden and supporting the Biden administration. This disappointment and heartbreak is going to lead a new beginning of strength and truth-telling. Okay, so yes, it will affect how some vote. Not many, not getting huge overwhelming that there's going to be a dramatic change, but again it just adds another layer onto the voting there. So you've got, I gather, women and young people have signed up in droves, registered in droves, and they don't register if they don't at the last minute if they're not intending to vote. So registering in droves. And so you've got Roe versus Wade, you've got the threat to Social Security and Veterans Affairs, you've got the threat to medical aid. I mean, who cuts off medical aid when you turn 90? That's when you need it the most. So, that they can't access free medical till 75. Seriously, do people under 75 not get sick in the United States? Anyhow, so the threat to health, the threat to, they've tried to stop the paying of the university debt. Now, I honestly think the best thing the United States government could do would be to take back that debt as a government-funded debt with zero interest, which is what Australia does. Ours actually, it's not zero interest as such, but it's actually attached to inflation, so it only keeps pace with inflation. The interest on the debt itself. It's not these obscene interest where people end up paying 2 or 3 times in the United States what their course actually cost in the first place. So that's the best thing the government can do there. But the Republicans are threatening the money going towards paying that out, and now this attack on Paul Pelosi. I just a lot of moderate Republicans, most moderate Republicans, are just finding this current state of affairs really distasteful. So, okay, all I can do is please go out and vote. Make sure your family and friends do so. If they are inclined to, make a day of it, but stay safe. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Stock your pantry, fuel your car, and try and minimise your movements in the week afterwards, because the crazies will be out. We won't know the result very possibly until December. I gather if certain races they don't get more than 50%, then it goes to a runoff, or if there's a third party then it'll go to a runoff in December. So very much be patient. There will be court cases, there will be recounts, there will be runoffs. We may not know a result till end of December, but rest assured by early January all will be good. Okay, thank you for being with me today. Take care, look after yourselves. Bye bye.